Hello everyone, welcome to a surprise video here on Mercury retrograde. I know in the monthly July readings that just came out, I know I didn't really touch base on Mercury retrograde as much, so I wanted to go ahead and make an individual video here. I'm going to cover all 12 signs, so I'll be covering your sign and what Mercury retrograde means for your sign during this specific period. Mercury retrograde is happening from the 7th of July all the way until the 31st of July, where it goes direct again. And so, as I'm kind of talking and giving you the gist of what it is collectively for us here, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the tarot. I'm going to pull each of you a card here and a lovely rune stone. So Mercury retrograde. This one is happening, it's kind of bouncing back between Cancer, Leo, Cancer. So those signs in particular, you Cancer and Leos out there, are going to feel this most strongly. And so when it's retrograding, of course, it means it's a little closer to the earth. It means it's a period of revising, editing, especially when it comes to communications and contracts. So especially any contracts that have to do with your business, with a job, any new pursuits there. Just making sure, you know, nothing has to completely stop and halt with a Mercury retrograde. It just asks us to look at things in more detail, a little bit more. So especially when it comes to those things, and you know, even like contracts, treaties that we might have with other countries might be kind of being revisited, revised at this time on a collective. That can show up how we're communicating through social media and different, you know, platforms on the internet can be showing up around this Mercury retrograde as well, just different evolvements and breakthroughs even. I often find Mercury can bring some breakthroughs, you know, and often it does come with, I feel like the cards are done, so I'm just gonna leave them in a pile over here. Often Mercury does, with the retrogrades, it does bring a little bit more sort of challenge with it, but you know, ultimately positive transformation. And of course, it all depends how you deal with it, how you cope with it. If you allow room for space to improve, to adjust, you know, if you resist, it's going to be tougher. And that's almost always the case, especially with eclipses and retrogrades. So just bear that in mind. So, all my lovely signs here joining me, I'm going to go ahead and dive into the message. Actually, before I start drawing cards and runestones here, for those of you who didn't see in the July readings, ta-da! I have added the psychic horoscope in a message. Boom. Psychic message in a bottle. I'm sorry. I'm like getting ahead of myself here. So psychic message in a bottle. Check it out. It's my Etsy shop. It's got the lovely little lights. It's got like your sign's charm and crystal on it as well. All that jazz. The link will be below in the descriptions box down there. So I'm really excited about that, you know, if you can't tell. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and start with Aries. I've been shuffling the cards and I'm just going to kind of draw. It's just kind of how I'm feeling here, guys. So Aries. If you're watching, Princess of Cups, so this card represents the situation that might primarily be popping up for you with this Mercury retrograde. So Princess of Cups, I'm getting here for many of you Aries, this retrograde is bringing up specific issues that revolve around how you're communicating your emotions, how you're allowing and embracing new sort of connections, relationships to evolve. Are you making room, Aries? Are you making room for new relationships, connections, friendships to come in. Princess of Cups is all about inviting in new. You know, it might be time for some of you to get some new emotional support going on, and, you know, through relationship, through connection. Now, how can you best kind of deal with this energy? It's very, you just might find that there's a lot of new sort of emotional downloads or relationships evolving. I'm going to draw a rune stone now, see what the how-to advice is for you here with this. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Gifu. Gifu is the rune of relationships, of partnerships, of forming connection. New connections, man, all about relationships. So you Aries, it's all about forming new connections, relationships, forming an emotional attachment during this Mercury retrograde period, and revisiting an emotional attachment maybe that's popped up before that wants to evolve more and grow with you, Aries. You know, give it a chance. Give it a chance, because this is really positive energy too. So, all right. Tauruses. Ooh, you have the moon. Okay. So during this Mercury retrograde period, Taurus, the moon card is inviting you a very emotional energy for you too. To get really deep, dig deep. Ask yourself the root questions. You know, what is the root of a situation? What past experience perhaps is motivating you in the way you express yourself, the way you communicate yourself right now, Taurus? What is it? What emotional wound, what emotional experience in the past is motivating you right now? That's what you're being asked to look at. And almost like make peace with it for some of you Tauruses, or simply like kind of make friends with it, accept it in some way. Yeah, so it's really powerful. And you might really be feeling this right at the beginning of the month with this Cancer energy being so strong. I mean, we are in Cancer season too, Taurus. So you might see a Cancer helping you out in this scenario, bringing this, you know, experience or memory, or just sort of breakthrough in your consciousness, Taurus, where they're bringing this to light for you, and they really make you think about this. So pay attention to the Cancers in your life as well. Let's get a rune stone for you. Okay, we have Manaz, and I drew it reversed here. So I'm hearing, you know, how are you emotionally connecting in bigger sort of scenes? What I mean is like bigger social scenes and group scenes at work, where you're having to collaborate and work with several people. That specifically is showing up for you with this Mercury retrograde. So just revisiting, revising, you know, maybe looking at some just new ways, or just better ways of dealing, of growing in those areas. And past issues, even for some of you Tauruses, I want to bring up too here. Some past issues could be coming up with the Mercury retrograde as well, when it comes to maybe how a certain group setting or at a party something was emotionally just kind of jarring, you know, or shocking or upsetting, and you're, you know, being asked to deal with it now at this time. Cool. All right, you know, so some deep stuff, deep healing energy going on there. All right, so Geminis. Here we go, Geminis. Ooh, so I can't say this in this Druid Oracle deck. I can't say this name, but this is the Temperance card in the, normal tarot deck. So with this, Geminis, I'm hearing the words you're being asked to get creative. do a little bit of mixing and matching with this Mercury retrograde, especially when it comes to creative projects, things in your job, things with your work that you're wanting to launch or wanting to further. Or if you're simply just already in the middle, Gemini, of working on something, a new project, a new, working with a new client or whatever it is, Gemini, you're being asked to, just kind of temper things out, find the balance. You're being invited to experiment a little bit more during this Mercury retrograde. And I find, honestly, Gemini, Mercury retrograde is a good time to experiment. You can find out the pros and the cons, weigh your options here, especially, like I said, when it comes to your creativity right now. Be invited to do that. Just experiment and play with the energy a little bit more so you can find that balance. And you'll be impressed when Mercury goes direct, I'm getting, on the 31st. So do that. Let's see what your how-to is with the runes. Okay, weird. You got weird. So this is all about trusting your instincts, the cosmic forces at hand, completely surrendering, being open to this experimentation, to just dabbling. All right, Gemini? Beautiful. So next up, who is it? Oh my goodness, Cancers. It's your birthday season. Happy birthday again. Cancers, you have Prince of Pentacles. All right. So some of you Cancers, this Mercury retrograde is really affecting your current journey when it comes to increasing your money, finding a different avenue of money, or if you're on I'm getting a lot of you Cancers are already on sort of this new quest, or you're on this new project, beginning this new adventure of some sort with work, especially, where you are looking to evolve. And now is the time to, I'm hearing, just go steady with whatever you Cancers are working on, whatever you are wanting to really materialize, especially see more money and income from. Keep on that path with the Prince of Pentacles. The Prince of Pentacles also comes with it, it's nice, so there's movement, there's progress, but it is slow and steady, which makes a lot of sense with retrograde planet happening right now. And it's happening a little bit in your sign, so you're really affected. So it's like, definitely you can still take steps and see progress, but don't feel like you have to rush it. Earth energy moves slow. Move slow. So take it slow, Cancer. Let's get you a rune stone. Okay, so Awaz. With this rune stone, I'm hearing that there's something you're going to have to face during this Mercury retrograde period. And it's not necessarily bad, but it's something that causes a little bit of a delay, and it's a little bit of a learning curve. So expect a little bit of a learning curve when you're on this journey, when you're, continuing, going on steady with whatever it is you've got going on, Cancer. There's a little bit of a learning curve that is coming at you, but you're protected during this. That's the beauty of this rune stone. You're protected. Okay, you've got a knight. You've got your shield. You're okay. So understand that whenever that learning curve hits, okay? Leos. All right, Leos. Ooh, 8 of Cups. Okay, energy's real. I think, Leo, this popped up in your reading as well. So that's interesting. So Leo, this is the Mercury retrograde is specifically affecting your sign as well, you and Cancer. So Leo, with the 8 of Pentacles here, this Mercury retrograde is really asking you to take some time to just relax. Leo, a lot of you, I mean, I'm guilty of it. A lot of you will just want to go, 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 be active, you know, go after every single opportunity that comes up because you don't want to miss out on a good opportunity, you know, on the right opportunity. Leo, with this Eight of Cups energy during this retrograde period, you are being asked to find some time away from these multiple opportunities, multiple connections. There's a lot of, you know, people, whether it be through your job or through your social circle, new friends, you know, existing friends, whatever, that are gonna want to connect with you, are gonna want your time, gonna want your, you know, creativity and work ethic. Give yourself a little bit of space here and there during this period, okay? It's gonna help temper things out because you don't want to emotionally overwhelm yourself. There's definitely a lot of connections showing up for you during this period, but you're just being asked, especially since the eclipses in some way are, you know, I mean, you are a sun child, Leo, so they do affect you almost always, you know, in some way. And so you're just being asked to give yourself a little bit of time, maybe go on a trip, go on a little journey, literally physically separate yourself from some of the day-to-day activities. And it's going to help grow your spirituality. That is definitely growing at this time with this energy. Let's get your rune stone. Okay, Thurasas, yeah. So with Thurasas showing up here too, this is almost like when you give yourself that space and that time with the Eight of Cups energy, Leo, you get some massive, powerful, like immediate downloads of psychic information. Your spirit guides are wanting to talk to you during this period big time. And you're only gonna really be able to hear, you know, your purpose, your soul, your spirit guides, whenever you take a moment and separate yourself from all the activity, from the madness. Okay, so breakthrough energy though. You just have to give yourself a moment. All right, beautiful. Next up, Virgos, my lovely Virgos. Ooh, the Magician. Okay, yes. Virgos. This Mercury retrograde period is inviting you to create, to think big. Use all of the tools that you have right now to develop that next thing. Develop your next step. You know, with the Magician here, you really do have, this Mercury retrograde is bringing you all the tools. That's just the main thing that's coming up here with this. And it's a really good time, you know, you're ruled by Mercury, Virgo, and so it's interesting to see this. It's almost like it's, the retrograde is just, it's stirring you to definitely get your hands in there. To get your hands, you know, creating, building. So it's not a time for you to pull back with this retrograde. No, you're being encouraged to use the information and tools that come to you during this period, and, you know, magical results can happen with this. Let's get your rune stone. Let's see what shows up here. I feel like you deserve two. I mean, these two rune stones want to come out. So, okay. Birok and Issa. All right, Virgo. Wow. The first thing I'm hearing with this is your personal willpower is enhanced and strong right now. You can use that. Use that. It's like there's an energy peak here. you know. Now with Issa, I'm hearing with Issa that this is, you're being encouraged to hold steadfast, go steadfast, follow that path, follow that calling, you know, be steadfast. And with Birak here, it's like whatever you do during this period, Virgo, is got abundance spelled out with it. It's got abundance. There's like, you're initiating a new phase with this energy. This is new phase, new breakthrough kind of energy with this Mercury retrograde. Like, okay. Pregnancy might be coming up too if some of you Virgos are wanting to grow your family. That's specifically showing up too. So, wow. Call it in. Call it in, Virgo. It's yours. All right, up next, my Libras. Libras, we have the 7 of Cups for you. Okay. This Mercury retrograde is really inviting you, Libras, to fantasize. Take some moments, take some time just to fantasize. And really look at your dreams, too. There might be some information there for you in your dreams. I'm even hearing consulting with a psychic, or if you yourself practice, you know, any kind of energy work, now's a good time. And even, you know, interpreting your dreams, that's part of that too. Now's a good time to do that during this period. I'm hearing the words, some emotional reassurance wanting to come to you in that way. Okay, Libra, so pay attention there. There's also just some different options, different emotional connections wanting to evolve for you here, Libra. So let's get your runestone and see what else is showing up here. Okay, Lagaz. Lagaz is reversed, though. Lagaz is the runestone of emotions, of emotional expression, of emotional connections, feminine power. So, you know, really tapping in and embracing that sensitive and even psychic side of yourself. Or consulting with someone who is. It will do you much good. It'll help you sort of recognize your whatever is going on with you, Libras, on an internal level. There's some, you know, powerful assistance there. Specifically, too, for some of you Libras, this could be a female, a strong, really emotionally adapt female who's coming in here and really helping you out during this Mercury retrograde period. So Libra, pay attention to that. Beautiful stuff. Okay, I'm sorry, my nose is just, it's itchy and it's running. I'm struggling with some allergies. All right, so up next, moving on to Scorpio. Scorpios. Ooh, Scorpio. You get the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. Beautiful. So Scorpio, this retrograde period is wanting to grow your abundance. It's wanting to grow your fortune. A lot of gain and fortunate sort of experiences can just evolve and pop up during this period. You might see a lot of just things, Scorpio, that you have been waiting for, that you have been hoping, praying for, can really come around to you at this time during the Mercury retrograde. Sorry, my nose is just like insanely itchy right now. There's something really fulfilling that is coming to you, that is going to be presenting itself to you in this retrograde period. I mean, I see this as really positive for you Scorpios. Now, too, I'm getting, even with the wheel, is a good time, Scorpio, to do some sort of ritual work. You know, especially leading up to the next full moon, which happens on the 17th, I believe. You know, Mercury doesn't go retrograde until the 31st, of course, but you can really see some powerful manifestations around that time. So let's get some more details with your runestone. Okay, I feel like it's this one that's just right up top. Oh, yes! Okay, Scorpio, you get Wunjo. It's one of my favorite runestones. This is inviting in more happiness, more positivity, more relationships that are aligned, that feel more harmonious to you, and just even with business, you know, with your job, if it comes to that kind of subject, this is welcoming in just more fulfilling, happy, aligned solutions and just energy for you. I like this. Really working on what makes you happy and inviting in more of that, and whatever it is that feeds your soul, that just makes you feel complete. If it is talking about a relationship for some of you Scorpios, if that's kind of what you've been looking at, working on, wanting to grow, man, there's some beautiful, happy experiences and something that is coming like to a climax with that during this retrograde period. So beautiful. I love it, Scorpio. All right, up next is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have the Lord. Here we go. I'm dancing around again. So with the Lord Sagittarius, you are really being asked, first thing coming up with this is to get structured. A lot more structure is happening in this retrograde period for you, is shaping up for you. You might have a fellow fire sign, specifically an Aries, who is helping you out with this Sagittarius, helping you see a little bit more. Sorry, here we go again. Scratchy, scratchy. But someone who is really helping you, you know, all these ideas, all these insights, all these creative sparks that have come to you, that you're wanting to really mesh and put together, that you're wanting to structure, give structure to. You know, you're getting that assistance at this time, whether it be through someone or just your own efforts. This Mercury retrograde is bringing that up for you big time, whatever it is you're wanting to build and give just sort of final structure to. Now is the time. If you're dealing with an Aries or a fire sign Sagittarius, things can be really resolved directly at this time with Mercury retrograde. You know, you might find that you're really talking things out, that you're being really direct with each other, and that's good. You know, this might take all the way until Mercury direct, but it's showing up. So that's awesome. Let's get your runestone here. Fehu. Wow, Sagittarius. So especially for those of you, this applies to business, job, giving, you know, something in that area, whether it be your own business or the business you work for. This is a powerful, powerful time to really see some rise there. See some growth there. See some, you know, further structure in the workplace. And For some of you Sagittarius specifically, this is either becoming your own boss, I'm getting with this energy, becoming your own boss, and, you know, getting more information, getting more things put in place so that you can get up to that level, or with whatever job, whatever business that you're with, moving up in the workplace. You know, taking on more responsibility and leadership. Yeah, looks beautiful, positive. So wow, okay, love the involvement there for you, Sagittarius. Yeah, powerful. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to, let's see here. Capricorn. Capricorn, we have 6 of Swords. Okay. So this retrograde, you have your full moon during this retrograde and everything. So 6 of Swords, you know, it's a energy of, Capricorn. Allergies are getting to me. With this energy, a lot of you Capricorns are being invited to move away from whatever does not feel right to you anymore, from whoever or whatever situation has been mentally just draining. So Capricorn, whatever situation or person that has just been super mentally draining, you're being really guided to just move past it, drop it, move on to calmer waters, to people or to a situation that is going to be, it's going to feed you more, it's going to support you better, that's going to inspire you and not, you know, weigh you down with nonsense. You know, this is moving on to new territory. But you're definitely being guided to follow those instincts and, you know, hop in that boat, Capricorn. Hop in that boat. Leave that situation, leave that party, whatever it is, when you feel uncomfortable. Let's get your runestone for added information. And best way to deal with this. Okay, Canaz. Canaz, I like this. This is really positive. Giving yourself permission and the go ahead to say no, to walk away. That's what Canaz is saying. Giving yourself enough space. Being open and flexible enough. And being really open to that new territory. Whatever you Capricorns' new territory this is for you. And even if it's just on a mental sort of level. Where you're just wanting to move away from certain thought patterns and habits. I'm showing that, you know, this is a good time. Mercury retrograde here is really opening you up to this. And it's going to be a really positive experience for you. It's opening doors, I'm getting with Canaz here. You're opening further doors for you during this time. When you allow yourself to just kind of tweak and say no or move on, move away, okay? Love it. Way to go. Be empowered. Do it. All right, so next, Aquarius. Aquariuses, we have the sun. Oh my goodness. Okay. So right off the bat, Aquarius, some of you might be dealing with a Leo. Okay, Leo or fire sign coming in here. But overall, with the sun energy here, you're being asked to kind of consult with yourself, Aquarius, and be like, where am I happy? Or where is it that I could have and invite in a little bit more happiness and joy for myself right now? Where are you lacking joy? What area of your life? Think about that. That is what is speaking to you at this time. That's what's coming up with the sun. You're being invited during this Mercury retrograde not to take it too seriously and to have a little bit more fun. Play a little bit more. That's actually going to help things, help you stay open, help you figure things out, and welcome in more joy and positive connections. It's just by allowing yourself to be a little bit just more free, have fun, go out, you know, make some new connections, have some more enjoyable experiences. Don't just work all the time. Don't just do that. You're being invited with the sun energy, you know, play. And if there's a Leo who's popping in here for you, Aquarius, go on that little adventure with them. Just, you know, feel it out. Have an experience. Have fun with them. Loosen up. They're helping you loosen up, and this is good for you right now during this period, like I said. So, wow. Let's see what runestone pops up here for you. Tear. Tear is reversed. Okay. I'm hearing, for some of you Aquariuses, there might be an opportunity that is kind of backtracking at this time with Tear being reversed. So, you know, something maybe you were really excited about, that you're hyped up about, and it's being delayed with Tear here. You know, something going on there. And so you're just being invited during that waiting period to loosen up, have fun. You know, you can definitely make it happen and make it happen on a budget too. You don't have to go out and spend a whole bunch of money to have a fun experience. So, and it's something here too about with the sun and with Tear here. This is really speaking of success. And maybe looking a little deeper, Aquarius, during this retrograde at your views on success. You know, I'm hearing making some sort of breakthrough energy that wants to happen for you here on your vision, or just how you simply interpret what I'm getting, how you interpret success. You know, are you inhibiting yourself in some way from having success? Do you think success is too much for you? Too overwhelming? That you don't deserve it maybe in some way? The sun is wanting to alter that for you, and how it's going to happen really is just you loosening up, having a grand old party, fun time. Not taking things too serious. Love it, Aquarius. Okay, last but not least, Pisces. Pisces, you have the Five of Wands showing up during this retrograde period. So, with the Five of Wands, might be some rowdy energy going on. Some people getting really passionate in your circle, maybe wanting to start some arguments, maybe wanting to start some sort of fight during this retrograde. So there might be that kind of situation popping up for you, Pisces, where you're going to have to kind of approach whatever that challenge is, whatever argument, whatever, you know, aggression even with the other person, or even just, this could be speaking, Pisces, too, of just sort of inner aggression, where You might be feeling aggressive and upset or angry in some way, Pisces. This retrograde is bringing that up for you. And it wants you to get it out during this retrograde. The Five of Wands, you know, it's not necessarily about penting things in either. No, you do want to find a healthy way of getting that sort of anger out. And so let's draw your runestone and see how you can do that, really. All right, we have Perdro. So with Perdro, it's all about discussing the root of the situation. What kind of hits you emotionally, Pisces. Bringing that up with another person, with your family, you know, however this is showing up for you. But doing that, bringing it up, Perdro is also about, sometimes can bring some just shocking, unexpected change for you. You know, change within someone else. It's being projected onto you, or just change within you. You know, some situation going on. So there's definitely some sort of unexpected kind of anger issues I'm really getting for some of you Pisces, you know, or just within your circle of people. There's just some steam that needs to blow off. Needs to be blowed off, you know, that you need to work out. Maybe take yourself, or if it's with another person that you're involved with, take you and your friend or partner to like a shooting range, or, you know, go do a physical activity where you're getting energy out. You know, you're bowling or you're axe throwing, you're doing something where you are, you know, working that out in a physical way, and you'll be surprised at how it energetically changes you, or brings you down to that level where you and the other person can get deep and discuss things in a more sort of mature manner. Or if this is just involving you and what's internally going on, Pisces, you know, it kind of works the same, where you get it out of your system in a healthy manner like that, and then things become more clear, and you can look at things a little deeper, and without getting offended or offending the other person. So, wow. All right. Some deep stuff. Like this retrograde is bringing it up. It is bringing it up for us. Yeah. So, this concludes the message for all of you lovely signs. Thank you for joining me in this video. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. Do follow me in all these videos that I do. Help support my channel. It really means a lot. And yeah, check out my Etsy shop and, you know, that new psychic message in a bottle and everything that I have going. Yeah. And have a, I guess, happy Mercury retrograde. If, you know, if that is a thing, you know, it comes with it. It's struggles and it's trials, but man, it can also bring some blessings in mysterious ways. So, drop a comment below, share with me how you're feeling, what sort of feels you got going on for your Mercury retrograde, and how this message resonated with you. And boom, yeah, I will talk to you in the comments section below and all that jazz. Bye, see you in the next video.